Thanks so much for stopping by today's video. I hope you're doing well. As you may probably tell from the title of this video, I'm going to share with you some updates on my Anthuriums. I've got about 6 Anthuriums to show you guys today, so without further ado, let's get into it. But before we get started, if you're new around here, my name is Grace and I post plant videos every week, so if you're interested in planty content like this, feel free to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you get notified when next week's video is out. Some of you are asking about the nails that I wore in my previous video, so if you're interested in that, I'm going to be sharing with you the colors and the brands and things like that towards the end of this video, so stick around for that. First Anthurium that I wanted to update you guys on is this guy. This is my Aetherium Crystallinum Hybrid that you guys will know I struggled with for a pretty long time. If you watched my best and worst plants of 2020 video, you'll know that this guy had pretty much 0 roots. It had all rotted off. Now that it's been almost a year, it's really rebounded. It's given me all these beautiful new leaves, and this one here in particular is the latest one that it put out, and it's also significantly increased in size, as you can see if compared to the second newest leaf, this one here. But yeah, that's the update on this guy. It's doing really well now in sphagnum moss, and I'm just gonna leave it in here because it hasn't even suffered from like yellow spots, like those fungal spots or anything like that. It seems to be very happy in sphagnum. So, you know, if you were like me and you're struggling with your Anthuriums, I highly recommend trying them out in sphagnum moss. And you'll see a couple of my other Anthuriums planted in the same substrate as we go along this video. Next up is my Anthurium Clarinervium seedling that I also struggled with for a little while. I did unbox this in a previous video, which I'll link in the description box below. And the reason that I struggled with this is because every time it put out a new leaf, an old one would die off. And another thing as well is that it used to get these like yellow fungal spots, and leaf wouldn't actually last for a very long time before it started to look a little bit ugly. So I wasn't sure what was up with it until I planted it into sphagnum moss as well. So I think it's doing a lot better than it was before. And if you look at the previous leaves as well, like this one here, it's still holding on. It's not yellowing or anything like that just yet. And this one here, which is an older one, has only started to yellow just a little bit on the tips. It put out this beautiful new leaf. It's got a really cute heart shape to it, and look at this one here. It's super chubby and round, so adorable. I'm super envious of you guys in the Northern Hemisphere because I know that the Anthurium Clarinervium isn't really too expensive at all, and it's very like easy to come by. But here in Australia, for whatever reason, the pure Anthurium Clarinervium specimen is super duper expensive and very limited in supply. So I opted for a seedling, and yeah, I'm actually quite happy with that because that way I get to enjoy the growth process on it, and also it costs a fraction of the price. Next up is this Anthurium Silver Hybrid. This was sold to me as a silver blush, but I don't think it is. It looks like some other sort of hybrid. I also unboxed this in a video, I believe. I'm not quite sure, I don't really remember anymore, but if I did, I'll link it in the description box below. When I purchased this, it was a very full plant that was actually double-headed. So I've since split them apart. This is the smaller size of the two, and I have been growing this in my grow tent. So I'm just doing a little bit of an experiment in growing one in my grow tent and one in another room with north-facing light exposure, just to see if there's any difference in their growth. It's looking really good actually, and I'm really enjoying how compact it is. And even though the leaves are quite tiny, they are very silvery and sparkly, which I'm not sure is going to show up on camera. I'm just trying to move the leaf here, so hopefully you can see a little bit of the sparkle and sheen. But yeah, this is another one that's doing really well, and I just can't wait for them to give me larger leaves. If you're enjoying the video so far, guys, please do me a favor and hit that like button. It helps this video spread to more people. And while you're at it, leave me a comment down below to let me know what you think of Anthuriums. Are you a fan? And if so, what are some of the Anthuriums on your wish list? All right, next one on the list is this Anthurium Silver Blush. So apparently this is a silver blush, but again, like I've mentioned in some of my previous videos, it's really hard to really identify your Anthuriums because a lot of them have been hybridized so much that it's very unlikely that you have a pure specimen. So I'm not really sure what this is, but it was sold to me as a silver blush. And I think I did give an update on this plant in my May favorites video. It's given me 2 beautiful new leaves. So this one here, it put out in my care. As you can see, there is a significant size difference as well. This is the newest leaf that it put out. And look at how like silvery it is. Looking at this leaf, I'm more and more convinced that it is a silver blush, but maybe it's just an anomaly and it's just with this leaf right here. You know, I'm still holding out hope that this is an actual silver blush, but only time will tell. Next up, we have my Anthurium Magnificum Hybrid that I did unbox in one of my previous videos. And if you watched that video, you'll know that it came with so many leaves. However, it was infested with pests, so I did have to quarantine it for a really long time to treat it, and I finally did. It's free of pests now, but all the previous leaves have since gone because it was really badly damaged. And yeah, it's put out this beautiful new leaf for me. So this is a little bit damaged because as it was hardening off, it did suffer a fall. So unfortunately, this tear in the leaf is permanent. But can we just take a moment to appreciate how large this leaf is, and also look at the veins on it. It's just absolutely stunning. I'm really excited about this one because it is the largest Anthurium leaf in my entire Anthurium collection, so I am super excited to showcase this to you guys. Alright, last one is my Anthurium Papillilaminum Hybrid. I probably butchered it. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it, but it's this guy right here. This one has been the easiest growing Anthurium that I have in my collection. Ever since I got it, I think I've only lost 1 leaf. It doesn't do the thing like I mentioned with my Anthurium Clarinervium where it put out a new leaf and then one would die off and it would never get bushy. This one here is the opposite. It has been really hardy and resilient for me. So this is definitely my favorite of all my Anthuriums so far. I know you're not supposed to have favorites or play favorites with your plant babies, but whatever. This one here really deserves it. I think this is actually a cross between the Pap and the Crystallinum because I can see some of the veins are a little bit shiny or like sparkly, which is the hallmark of a Crystallinum. And I heard that the Ethereum Crystallinum is a very hardy type of Anthurium, so it could be the reason why this is doing really well for me. It's got a really nice compact growth pattern as well. It's not stretching out or anything like that, and it's looking really good. Roots are very healthy. I'm not sure if you can tell. Let me just give you a close-up on here. So I did transplant this into Map Grow, as you would have seen in my previous videos. And I can tell that it's actually really enjoying it in here. Hopefully it's going to give me a new leaf soon. Actually, I can tell that it's already starting to form. So I'm really excited to see how large that's going to get because it seems to be getting larger and larger. So yeah, that's the update on this guy. If you've stuck around until the portion of this video, thank you so much. And let's get into the nail polish colors that I wore in my previous video. First 3 colors that I wore on my pinky, my ring finger, and middle finger are these 3 right here that I got from Holo Taco, which is a brand that Christine from Simply Neological launched. So these 3 are from her pastel rainbow collection from a couple of years ago maybe. Don't quote me on that. So first one is this mint green color. It's called Mint Mojito. And then the blue one is called Sparkling Water. And then we've got this lavender hollow, which is called Lavender Syrup. And so that's these 3 that I think go really well together. And then on my pointer finger and on my thumb, I did alternate these. So first one here is this pink holographic nail polish that I have had for years and years. I don't even remember how long I've had them. Probably from 2010 or before. You can see that the cap is already all discolored. It's actually a really nice silver, but anyway, I'm just rambling now. So this color is a beautiful pink and has some holographic glitter throughout it as well, and this is called It doesn't have a name. It's just DS002JP. That's what this is called. I'm not sure if you can find this anymore because it's so old, but that's the color that I used. I'm sure you can find another sort of pink hollow if you want to recreate that same look. And then next up I have a polish from Wildflower, and this is a sort of, I don't know how you would call this color, mauve, mauve hollow, and this is called Bloom from Within. I hope you guys enjoyed this portion of the video. If you are interested in the colors that I'm wearing on my nails, do let me know and I can do something similar in my future videos. That's it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you want to see more planty content, feel free to check out these videos right here. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, stay mellow, my fellas.